Good morning, boys and girls, and happy Friday. Oh, the weekend starts tomorrow. But you know what? Since we've been out of school, I feel like every day has been Saturday, that we've been on this extra long weekend. Because even on Sunday, we haven't even been able to go to church. We've been watching church on television because that's always a special part of our weekend. But since we haven't been at school and then not being able to go to church, it just feels like we've been on this extra long weekend and that every day has been like Saturday. So here we are, and I hope that maybe you'll get to have some fun this weekend. But before the weekend starts, we have our work to do today, and it's going to be a fun day. I'm so very proud of you. I can't wait to show you what all you've accomplished and done these past couple of weeks. But we'll talk about that in just a minute. So let's first go ahead and stand and say our pledge. Ready? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good job, guys. All right. Now, my poem today is kind of a silly poem. And you can, and it ends kind of funny. So it's called Tiptoe. Have you ever tried to tiptoe and be quiet? All right, maybe you have a baby brother or sister that was sleeping and you had to be quiet. So this is how our poem goes. Yesterday, I skipped all day. The day before, I ran. Today, I'm going to tiptoe everywhere I can. I'll tiptoe down the stairway. I'll tiptoe through the door. I'll tiptoe to the living room, then give an awful roar. All right. And my father, who is reading, will jump up from his chair and mumble something silly like, I didn't see you there. I'll tiptoe to my mother and give a little cough. And when she spins to see me, why, I'll softly tiptoe off. I'll tiptoe through the meadows, over hills and yellow sands, and when my toes get tired, then I'll tiptoe on my hands. Have you ever been able to see somebody that could walk on their hands? They've been able to balance and then lift their hands up and walk. I've seen a couple of people do that, like at the circus or at a festival I went to. It's kind of fun to see that. You're upside down. I was never able to do that. Never could walk on my hands or tiptoe on my hands. Well, it's time for us to finish our story about our friend Katrina. And so yesterday when we had the story, we had learned about how she had a Bible story for 9 of her 10 fingers. And we went through each story that Katerina had learned about. Well, you know what? Something wonderful happened. A missionary came to the new village where she was, to Katerina's new village. And she got all the children gathered around, and Katerina was there, and she was so happy. And so the new missionary, she began to tell a story. And she began to tell the story about when Jesus was born in the manger. And the boys and girls stopped and said, no, we already know that story. That's Katerina's number 2 story, finger 2 story about the manger. And so the missionary tried again, and she started to tell the boys and girls the story about when Jesus grew up and that how he called the disciples, Peter and Andrew and James. And they said, no, we already know that story. That's Katerina's number 4 story. We know that one already. And so the missionary stopped and she thought again. And so she started to tell another story about when Jesus fed the 5,000 with the little boy's lunch. And the boys and girls said, oh, we know that story already. That's Katerina's number 6 story. Well, the missionary, she kept thinking, well, who is this Katerina? Did they have another missionary come and talk to them? And so they said, no, Katerina's right here. So Katerina raised her hand and she went up and she talked to the missionary. And the missionary said, Katerina, you have done such a good job sharing Bible stories with your friends. But Katerina said, well, you know, I have a story for every finger except my last one right here. I don't have a story for that finger. And she told the missionary this, how she was able to go to Bible school or to Sunday school and learn a story for each finger, but they moved before she got that last story. You know, and the missionary, she very wisely said, you know, Katerina, before Jesus went into heaven, he called all of his disciples and the people that were following and listening to him, and he told them, he said, I want you to go into all the world, in your towns, in your city, and spread the word about Jesus. Tell others about how I came and died on the cross so that if people believed, they'd be able to go to heaven one day. And she said, you know what, Catalina, you've done that. You came to this little town, this little village, and you began sharing the stories about Jesus. And she said, you know what, that last little finger that doesn't have a story, we're going to call that your go ye finger. When Jesus said, go ye into all the world and preach the gospel. And that's what you've done, Katerina. You have gone into your new village and you've told the boys and girls about Jesus. That is sharing the gospel. That's being a missionary. You don't have to be a big person like this missionary. You can share the story about Jesus and how he loves you and how he cares about us and watches over us. And you can share that with your friends, and you can be a missionary. You don't have to go to another country. You don't have to go to another state. You can just share with your friends. So Katerina, that's exactly what she did. She shared with all the other boys and girls the story of Jesus. I just love that. So her last little finger was the go ye finger. Good for Catalina. All right. What I wanted to show you today, boys and girls, was so exciting. Look at this board. Look at all of these words. And then I have underlined in pink chalk or red chalk all the different sounds that you have learned since we've had to make our classroom here in the garage and even before. So I wanted us to real quickly go over all of these sounds that you've learned. I'm so very proud of you. When I started writing the words, I had to make a new column, and then I had to make another new column and more lines because of all the different sounds you have learned these past few weeks. Not just here, but at school too. So we're going to start off right up here at the top. C-K. And we learned back in school that C and K both make the K sound. But when they're together, it just says the sound one time. So here's the letter D, D, you says K, duck, duck. Quack, quack. Yeah, duck. Very good. All right, let's go next to this one. T-R, t-r, tr. Now we also learned that when two vowels are together, what? The second one is quiet, and the first one gets to say its long sound. So we have tr-a-n, train, train. Can you make the sound of a train? Choo-choo. All right. Now, the next word, let me slide back a little bit so that you can see it. It has bossy E at the end. Quiet, silent E. So that means that I's going to say its long sound. So we have S-H, sh. Do you remember when we learned that sound? Sh, ein, shine, shine. All right, the stars shine at night. Beautiful things that God made in the sky, shine. So we have, can we say these three words together, the top row? Duck, train, and shine. All right, let's start row number 2. I can't believe how much you have learned. All right, TH, th. What was yesterday? Today's Friday. I forgot to even say the date. Today's Friday, April 24th. All right, so what was yesterday? Thursday. Right, that's TH. All right, so there's one vowel in this word, so it's going to say its short sound, I. Th, I, k. Think. Right. All right, and then we learn ST. St. One vowel, O. O says ah, and then P. P. So let's put those sounds together. St, ah, p. Put it together. Right. Stop. Good job. All right. The next one. This is one that we learned earlier this week. BL. B-L. Blah. Blah. All right. One vowel. A. And then there's our CK again, which we had way back up here. It does the same thing. CK, it says the same thing. So we have blah, a, k. What color? Black. Black. Do you remember the other color that we had that was BL? Blue. Very good. All right, so let's say these three words in row number 2. Think, stop, black. All right, let's go to the next row. CL, cl. All right, here's silent E at the end, which means O is going to say its long sound. O. Close. I don't know about you, but I'm always having to remind Will to close the door, especially when he's going outside. Sometimes he won't shut the door all the way, close the door all the way. And now with summer coming, I don't want flies and mosquitoes in the house. So remember to close the door when you go outside. All right. This one, I also have to remind him. E-A, P-L, pl, and then we have E-A. A is quiet, that's right. E's gonna say its long sound. And guess what? There's another silent E at the end. I bet your mom, hopefully she didn't have to remind you to say this word. Please. Please. Always remember to 2 little words, or well, 3. Please and then thank you. Just those 3 little words, they sure do mean a lot to folks. All right? Please. Always remember to say please. All right. F-L, fl. One vowel, so it's going to say its short sound, A, and then G. Let's put those sounds together. Flag. There's our American flag. All right, can we say these words? Row number 3. Can you believe you've learned all these sounds? Close, please, flag. All right. Row number 4. F-R, fr. F and R, r. Then I put them together, fr. All right, short O because that's the only vowel in there. And then ST. Well, we just had ST, didn't we, right here? St. Frost. Short O, ah, and then ST. St. Frost. Now that it's springtime, we don't have frost, do we? No frost on the grass in the morning or on the cars that get parked outside. No frost. maybe some rain, but no frost. It's too warm. It's too warm for that. All right, this word we had yesterday. G-L, g-l, gl, and then there's silent E. U says it's long sound. U, glue, glue. We talked about that yesterday. All right, now you have to really think. We kind of talked about this, but remember we learned that sometimes the letter Y makes the long I sound instead of Y, which is like yellow and yarn and yes. Usually when Y is at the end of a word, it's making a vowel sound. Long I. So this is FL that we had already. Well, I can't find it. FL. Oh, here it is right above me. Flag. So FL, fl, and then I. Fly. Fly. All right. Let's try these words. Ready? Frost. Frost. Glue. Glue. And then fly. Fly. All right. Our last row. We learned that AY is going to say the long A sound because in this word, Y is going to act like a vowel. So that when you have, two vowels beside each other, the second one is quiet, and he says to his friend, you can say your name in this word. So this was pray. All right. Now, look at this next word. It has CH at the beginning and at the end. This is the word, and then we have UR, church. Church. You have that ch sound twice, at the beginning and at the end. So, church, church. Now, do you have to be at church to pray? No, you don't. We would pray at school. You can pray at home. Do you have to close your eyes to pray? Not all the time. Sometimes, Miss McGuire, when I'm driving the car on my way to school, I'm praying that that we have a good day, that I'm a good teacher that day. If I'm traveling to Alabama to see my family, I might be praying. So I don't ever close my eyes while I'm driving. So you don't have to, but a lot of times we do. But you don't have to be at church to pray. All right, last word, B-R, bruh. And we have two E's. Two E's makes the E sound, and then the letter Z and silent E. We don't hear silent E. So we have breeze. Now, breeze, have you been outside and you can feel the wind? It's not blowing like a big old storm, just enough to cool you off. Breeze. So, boys and girls, I just am so, we have to say these words. Let's say them all. Pray, church, and breeze. I am so proud of you. Can we count how many sounds that we have learned over the past few weeks? I think it's amazing. You have done so well. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go up here and start the next set. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go up and start the last column. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That is awesome. That is so good. I am so proud of you. That's a lot of learning that you have done. So, well, let's take what we've learned and put it into our story. We've got the last 2 pages to read of Matt the Rat. And we have counted up, he's collected about 9 things, and he's starting to, he's hid them and putting them away, packing them away. So we're on the last 2 pages, page 10. All right, here's the word T-H-I-S. This. This, where does he live? In a den. This den is a mess. There's two S's there, but remember, when you have two S's, it only makes one sound. His den, where he lives, he says, this den is a mess. Well, I wonder why, Matt. Maybe because you have packed away all those things. All right. The, T-H-E, the rug will not, F-I-T, fit. The rug will not fit. He has so many other things in there. There's no way he can get that rug in there. But he doesn't give up. Look what he says. P-U-F-F. Two F's, one sound. Puff. Puff, puff, puff. He is pushing up, trying to get that rug inside his den. He is huffing and puffing, isn't he? Pushing and pushing. He is really working hard. He says, I will jam it in. Now this jam, is that the same kind of jam that Tess and Bess had in their story? Did you know that sometimes the same word can mean different things? When he's talking about, I will jam it in, he's not talking about jam like jelly. He's talking about adding more and more stuff, jamming everything into that little space. Have you ever tried to jam clothes into your drawer? Mom says, pick up your clothes. This is what Will does sometimes. I'll say, pick up your clothes and put them away. And so he just tries to jam or put everything in one drawer. And it doesn't all fit. That's what's happened to Matt the rat. He's trying to put more and more stuff in his little den where he lives. And it's not fitting. He's trying to jam it in. That's why he's huffing and puffing to get everything in there. All right. Well, he can try, but what does he say? He can't help it. He says, I am a pack rat. So I think poor Matt, doesn't matter how much stuff he has jammed into his den, he's going to go out and find some more things to bring home. He's just like that. He likes to pack it in and have all of his things where he can get to them. Well, I hope you enjoyed that story about Matt the pack rat. And Miss McGuire, I had to admit too that I was a pack rat. Well, it's Friday, boys and girls, so I thought we would end the week on doing something fun. We had Tootie Ta Tuesday. I've got the computer back out. I'm going to turn up the music, and I think we are going to try and do the song about the different people in our family. Mom, Dad, ready? My mother is a baker. You know the song. You want to stand up and sing it with me? She always goes like this. Yum, yum. My father is a trash man, a trash man, a trash man. My father is a trash man. He always go back. Yum, yum. My sister is a singer, a singer, a singer. My sister is a singer. She always goes like this. Yum, yum. La-ti-da-na-ti-dly-do. My brother is a cowboy, a cowboy, a cowboy. My brother is a cowboy. He always goes like this. Yum, yum. La-ti-da-na-ti-dly-do. Yahoo! My doggy, a licker, a licker. My doggy is a licker. He always goes like this. Yum, yum, P-U, la-ti-da-da-ti-dly-do. Yahoo! My kitty scratcher, scratcher, a scratcher, a scratcher. My kitty is a scratcher. She always goes like this. Yum, yum, P-U, la-ti-da-da-ti-dly-do. Yahoo! My baby is a whiner, a whiner, a whiner. My baby is a whiner. He always goes like this. Yum, yum, hee-you, la-ti-da-da-ti-dly-do. Yahoo! Grandpa is an engineer, an engineer, an engineer. My grandpa is an engineer. He always goes like this. Yum, yum, hee-you, la-ti-da-da-ti-dly-do. Yahoo! Toot, toot. Last one. My grandma is a tickler, a tickler, a tickler. My grandma is a tickler. She always goes like this. Yum, yum, hee-you, la-ti-da-da-ti-dly-do. Yahoo! Toot, toot. Tickle, 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 tickle. All right, very good. Well, boys and girls, I hope that you have a great weekend. Oops, there's the peanut song. I guess I should just let it play and we could sing that one too. Ready? A peanut sat on the railroad track. His heart was all aflutter. Around that bend came number 10. Toot, toot. Peanut butter squish. Okay, here we go.
All aboard!
A peanut sat on the railroad track. His heart was all aflutter. Around that bend came number 10. Toot, toot. Peanut butter
Squish!
All right.
We're rolling!
Peanut sat on a railroad track. His heart was all aflutter. Around that bend came number 10. Toot, toot. Peanut butter squish. All right, this is the last one.
Engines.
Peanut sat on a railroad track. His heart was all aflutter. Around the bend came number 10. Toot, toot. Peanut butter squish. All right, well, thank you for spending your Friday with me. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you soon, I hope. Talk to you soon, and always remember that Jesus loves you. So do I. I'll see you.